government to address alluvial mining issue. Locals urged to protect development. And Education Institute celebrates its 60th anniversary.
A very good evening. This is National EMTV News. I am Luis Maingu. Thank you for joining us. The PNG Institute of Banking and Business Management has celebrated its 60th anniversary yesterday that coincided with its 71st graduation ceremony.
The event yesterday highlighted 6 decades of dedicated service to professional development and education in Papua New Guinea. Chair of the Commonwealth Foundation, long-serving Papua New Guinea public servant and former High Commissioner to the United Kingdom, Winnie Kiap, noted that the long life of the institution clearly speaks to its success in nurturing and providing talents and intellectual capacity to contribute to the development of PNG.
And congratulations to the IBBM for firstly producing talents required to take the development of our country and people forward. And secondly, for celebrating its 60th anniversary.
The 71st graduation saw 40 professionals graduated across 9 different programs. Being the inspirational speaker at the occasion, Telecom PNG Limited CEO Amos Tepi encouraged the graduates to transform the future of PNG into a future that is inclusive, innovative, and grounded in truth.
We need young people who will re-image culture, agriculture, transform digital access, protect the environment, defend integrity, create business that serve and build our people. The future doesn't belong to those who complain. It belongs to those who build.
The CEO of Institute of Banking and Business Management, Susil Nelson Kongoi, when addressing the attendees yesterday, encouraged the graduates to give back to their communities.
Embrace the opportunities that lie ahead with courage and with determination. Papua New Guinea needs your talents, your passion, and your drive to make it a better place.
Ms. Nelson Kongoi also acknowledged that IBBM has grown alongside Papua New Guinea, contributing meaningfully to its human capital development.
The National Airports Corporation has officially launched the groundbreaking ceremony of a multi-million kina upgrade yesterday as part of its nationwide airport development program. The Aropa Airport project in the autonomous region of Bougainville signifies an ongoing commitment by the government of Papua New Guinea and the Asian Development Bank to revitalize major airports in PNG.
The 58.2 million kina project funded under the Civil Aviation Development Investment Project 2 will see extensive improvements including runway strengthening, terminal upgrades and new power and water systems. The project, awarded to China Railway Construction Group Companies Limited, is part of a broader government strategy under the Medium-Term Development Plan 4 aimed at boosting connectivity and economic growth.
Now, for the first time long history long NAC na let me plan in it long civil aviation, let me plan installing solar power panel here, a farm. And that will be the first for NAC because NAC is about saving cost. NAC is looking at alternative ways of improving our costs. So one of the things we're doing, we're looking at green energy. And I'm pleased to say that Aropa will be the first airport, Mipla by putting solar farm again. As I speak, we are talking to PNG Power. We will have a look at NetZeb, and we will have a look at setting up a solar farm in NetZeb as well. And I want to acknowledge the Asian Development Bank. They are here today. Their contribution to what they have done to this country, we've delivered the airports around the country, and in Nitlong Asian Development Bank, and thank you to the government and his leadership.
Benefits of the upgrade include reducing maintenance cost, faster passenger turnaround, and a stronger foundation for tourism, trade and transport in the region.
And we are very pleased that supporting this aviation industry as one of the important sector from ADB supporting work one-time government of PNG led by the Honorable Prime Minister James Marape and the Deputy Prime Minister James Rosso under the Connect PNG. Connect PNG, also road taso, look also beyond the road, from aviation as well as the maritime. So we are very happy to be part of that effort of the government of PNG to support him, improving or connecting throughout the country, and one of them to be the improvement of the airport throughout the country.
Implementation will spend 28 months with completion expected in 2027. Aropa is just one of 5 major airports being upgraded under the KEDIP 2 alongside facilities in Millen Bay, Western, West New Britain and East Sepik Province.
Please, IDB, take note, the extension has to happen because of the population, the SME, and into the future, next 20 years, maybe 10 years, 15 years, airstrips or airports that we're building will not have enough space to accommodate bigger planes, bigger economy. So we have to think big. Tari, another airport, me not having Prime Minister, but this airport need extension. Here need extension. All Aropa airport around the country have needing extension. We cannot cry for international flights when all our groundwork must prepare him international flight.
With additional upgrades planned for rural airstrips and air traffic control towers nationwide, Papua New Guinea aviation sector is preparing for a takeoff.
Meanwhile, Prime Minister James Marape has urged the people of Kieta to take full ownership and responsibility of the development of the airport.
During the visit, he emphasized that the Kieta Airport is a vital link for economic growth, access to essential services and future tourism opportunities.
2001 and Big Mark, long Yumi signing peace agreement. We wish this Aropa Airport had come up in 2010, 2011, 2015, but it's better late than never at all. It is happening now in 2025 and the next 2 years. As your own parliament prepares into 2027, next 2 years, this airport will be delivered. Next 2 years, I'll come back here. Together, we can open this airport as part of Papa. Papa is preparing Pigin, stand up strong. Maret, whatever it is into the future, behind the peace process, and we come up longer.
Marape highlighted that maintaining and protecting the airport is crucial for attracting further government and private sector investment.
Stand strong, embrace the contractors. All this contractor, me plan to pick him Port Moresby. This outline give me money. Only got processed now, way long all. Only talk, you like him project, me give him back. Buy you back him back 5 years, he got 25 years. Project here, me plan like him send up, na finish. So them can start to contribute to the economy. So only had pani more contractor long way na process long all. Here, Papa ground or spin-off opportunity come up in the process, whether through this project or the subsidiary spin-off, they come up long place, but you benefit yet.
He appealed to the landowners and the community members to work together to ensure peace and support the project. Jonathan Sibona, National EMTV News, Kieta.
After addressing the issue on alluvial mining on the floor of Parliament, the Deputy Prime Minister and Minister for Immigrations and Border Security said the government will take action on this crucial issue.
The Deputy Prime Minister said he has requested the relevant authorities to attend to this matter. Mr. Rosso said he will meet with the relevant sectors including mining, environment, immigrations and police, and further asked them to work together to combat these illegal activities and protect businesses reserved for the people of PNG. He said despite of the increase in gold prices, export has decreased, which means a lot of gold trading is not being accounted for. While taking note of the alluvial mining licenses holders are Papua New Guineans, Mr. Rosso said the solution to this problem is not easy. He reminded the nationals that the licenses belong to them and not for the foreign partners. Mr. Rosso assured that the state agencies will collaborate and take a hard stance on foreigners participating in alluvial mining to ensure that the PNG laws and people are guarded. The updated reserve activities list is expected to be presented to the National Executive Council soon by the Minister responsible for Commerce, Windaki. Samantha Solomon, National EMTV News.
JD Elevators PNG is looking to establish a university to assist Papua New Guineans.
And that's what this company is about.
This was announced during the launching of the name from JD Roberts to JD Elevators PNG.
We've moved from Orbits, the name that John first created, and we're moving into the next phase of JD Elevators, which essentially takes all the attributes of Orbits with it, along with the drive and enthusiasm to grow, create, exceed, and make sure that quality becomes the #1 paramount of our business from start to finish.
The country manager further explained the driven purpose behind the company's establishment.
This particular business was a brainchild of John. He decided that in the lift industry, most people saw it as a vehicle to make money, do a job. John had an idea about creating something with integrity, with trust, passion. That is driven through our business. We do change them. It's not just money. Money is the outcome of hard work and commitment. Money is not the answer. Growth, long-term sustainability, the creation of opportunities within a family, within their friends. That is why we went down this path.
The company serves to provide opportunity to the young people in the field of maintenance and repairs. JD Elevators PNG is an elevator service company based in Papua New Guinea, managed by international experts. They are specialized in elevator maintenance, repairs, new installation and system upgrades for residential, commercial and government buildings. Lauren Jimal, National EMTV News.
National EMTV News continues after the break. Stay with us.
Chicken for best idea, huh? Yum! This stuff, right?
Chicken curry, my favorite.
Kebabs for you.
Yum.
Stir fry for you. And chicken curry for us.
Magic in every meal, 1 cube at a time.
You get big data and big value with Telecom Good Pillar mobile data plans. From only 3 kina, you get 1 gig for 24 hours. And for only 150 kina, you get 130 gigs over a whopping 30 days. And with loads of Good Pillar data plans to choose from, there's a small, medium or large plan to match your budget. Dial *777# to subscribe. Telecom, connecting you anywhere, anytime.
Hi, I'm Chef Jules Henow, and this is where my true inspiration for cooking started. Like most of us, I learned to cook from my mum. Nothing beats simple recipes where fresh local produce is at the heart, especially when it's a home-cooked meal, prepared and shared with the ones you love. And in PNG, no meal is complete without rice. And my choice is always True Guy. True Guy, true inspiration through generations.
As PNG's only ISO-accredited bulk haulage operator, IPI Transport guarantees the delivery of your critical cargo. Equipped with state-of-the-art GPS tracking systems and backed by an experienced team, you can rely on IPI Transport, part of the IPI group of companies.
Join us for MTV's Vocal Fusion Season 12. Experience an electrifying display of pure talent, jaw-dropping performances, and unforgettable highlights from day one of the auditions. With only 24 golden tickets available, the judges face tough decisions as they search for contestants who truly have what it takes. Join us tomorrow night at 7:30 p.m. MTV's Vocal Fusion Season 12. Only on your number one to watch, MTV.
You're watching National EMTV News. The family of a young lady that was killed in Port Moresby on Sunday last week are calling for justice to prevail for their daughter.
In a press conference yesterday, family members of the 29-year-old Sandy Purell gave an update to the media after 5 days of following her death in Port Moresby. The former member for Mandy Munio and late Sandy's uncle, Dekewanu, condemned the matter in which their daughter was killed.
Want to, on behalf of the relatives, want to tell the nation that Sandy Purell, that the relatives want, in the strongest term, want to condemn the way and the manner which was, I would say, ruthless, which was gutless, reckless action by rogue and undisciplined policemen. This is the way family would have described it, because in the normal thinking, a normal human being in the right sense of mind would carry out such an act.
He said they are still in shock as to what happened. Mr. Kewanu thanked everyone that shared their grief with the family and further said all they want is justice to prevail for their daughter.
God will deliver that, so continue to keep us in the prayers and nation. Thank you for the rest of the nation who are, I believe all of you are behind this family. We thank you all for your thoughts and prayers. We've seen all your condolences, your thoughts on social media. We humbly from our heart thank each and every one of you. We want justice finally for her. So we want to thank the police. The police, we have a lot more good professional police officers who are doing an excellent job out there. Policemen and women. A majority of them are good. And there are few rotten apples who's being disrepute of the police department.
He also thanked the police officers who helped the family with the process for justice to take its course. Mr. Kewanu said, through God, nothing happened as everyone were in peace.
The department to be responsible for all costs from the day late Sandy was taken off us, any associated cost. It's none of our doing. It cannot be borne by anybody else but the state. From today until funeral cost, every other cost, the repatriating a body to Hagen, to Mandy, bury.
The 29-year-old who hails from the Upper Mandy in Southern Highlands province was hit with a gunshot blast at Waigani Market when police tried to clear a crowd during afternoon period. She was pronounced dead on the scene and her body was taken to Port Moresby General Hospital. Late Sunday's house cry is held at the Kewanu's residence in Tokorara. According to the police commissioner David Manning in a statement, he said 3 officers have been detained. He further stated that the 3 police personnel are the subject of a criminal investigation to determine who fired the round that took the life of this young lady. Samantha Solomon, National EMTV News.
Governor for National Capital District, Paul Sparkop, said there are plans to upgrade Faria area in 9 Mile Port Moresby from settlements to suburb.
Governor Pakop said settlement is for the last 50 years, adding that future of Papua New Guinea must be properly planned.
People blame me, you must lift them all. You know, can lock him all, kind thing, people settlement, missed up nothing, send out nothing, no got good water, no got good toilet, hey me, all right? No, it's not right. It's not right. It must change. another 50 years.
Pakop said Port Moresby City is the nation's pride and everyone must work together to protect its face. He said members of parliament must follow physical planning law to make the vision of eliminating settlements come into reality. Adding to this, member for Port Moresby Northeast John Cowper said settlements must be urbanized. Cowper said life is not balanced if life in the settlement does not change from settlement to suburb.
Work is some development, settlement, believe me. With the governor talk all the time. Now time me come in a waste of time. Me join up with them and me blow settlement to suburb program. Come into reality.
He added that settlement to suburb program will target 11 hectares of 9 Mile, Faria 62 hectares, and 9 Mile Morobe Saiwara 42.5 hectares. Jacinta Doctor, National EMTV News.
The European Union's Trade PNG program has transformed Maka, a rural community in West Sepik Province, into a center for valuable commodity production. This shift does not only enhance the village's living conditions, but also paving the way for growth and prosperity for future generations.
Through this support, 40 farmers from the Maka community were enabled to plant 4,033 pest-tolerant cloned cocoa seedlings, which transformed their rundown block fields into productive plots. This blend of expertise and resources empowered Maka's farmers to adopt sustainable climate-smart practices, setting them on a path toward long-term prosperity. One of the program's greatest achievements was restoring market access for Maka's agricultural produce. Trucks now make regular trips from Vanimo to Maka, transporting much-needed supplies and returning with cocoa beans. Maka farmers are thankful for the support and said they now have these things and are very grateful. Nicole Rema, National EMTV News.
TEPNG has opened its new showroom in Port Moresby to coincide with its 70 years of operations in Papua New Guinea.
With TPNG's continued investment in delivering modern and reliable solutions, this facility was built to enhance customer experience and accessibility. Managing Director Robbie Ashley said the new showroom represents more than just a growth, it is a symbol of the company's long-standing presence in the country. Mr. Ashley said the success of the company was driven by the skills and dedication of Papua New Guineans. He acknowledged Papua New Guineans who have delivered professional solutions to the international standards. Since its establishment in 1955, TPNG specializes in communications, hospitality equipment, information technology, broadcast and audio, electrical and hardware, and security systems. Jacinta Doctor, National EMTV News.
BSP Financial Group Limited was part of a global conference participate for influential leaders, central banks and monetary authorities, as well as leading currency industry in Bangkok, Thailand.
This global conference is held annually, uniting influential leaders, central banks and monetary authorities, as well as leading currency industry suppliers, to deliberate on policies, best practices and emerging strategies and technology to manage currency. BSP Financial Group Limited's Chief Operations Officer, Ms. Nuni Kulu, was one of the speakers among the many. Her presentation highlighted the significant role BSP plays across a cash management cycle across the South Pacific, with a focus on balancing digital transformation with effective cash optimization strategies. She said BSP is embracing the shift towards digital financial services to better serve its customers and support economic growth. Her presentation showcased initiatives that BSP is undertaking to driving digital financial inclusion and innovation through mobile and electronic banking platforms, as well as cash management practices across the markets to improve operational efficiency, reliability, security, and customer experience. Samantha Solomon, National EMTV News.
Selected soldiers within PNG Defence Force have completed 1 out of 25 Infantry Regimental Officer Basic Course at the Joint Force Academy at Igam Barracks in Leh earlier this week. The Infantry Regimental Officer Basic Course is part of the broader officer training program within the PNG Defence Force, specifically designed to prepare newly commissioned officers for leadership roles within infantry units, such as platoon commander. PNGDF Acting Chief of Training, Lieutenant Colonel Joe Terikian, encouraged the young officers to consider taking up postings as instructors at the PNG Goldie River Training Depot and the PNG Joint Forces Academy during the course of their careers. He said this will not only help with the transference of knowledge and skills to trainees, but will also develop their knowledge and skill sets and will ensure new perspectives into military knowledge, skills and attitudes. Awards were also given to the overall top-performing students in the course, with the Tactics Award going to Second Lieutenant Gavugeno Benjamin, the Leadership Award going to Second Lieutenant Jerome Mura, while Lieutenant Ezra Tabun taking out the Student of Merit Award. Meanwhile, PNGDF Air Transport Wing took out the Best Unit Award. The Impact Health Project provinces of East New Britain, Central, East, Sepik and Simbu are currently conducting integrated facility supervision checklist. The survey coverage of levels 2 to 4 health facilities remains critical, with PHAs urged to urgently ramp up supervision visits and ensure all checklist data is uploaded. Each PHA qualifies to receive 700,000 kina from the Impact Health Project if it meets this project indicated target in this reporting round. The routine implementation of the assessment will increase transparency and accountability in health facilities. National EMTV News continues after the break. Stay with us.
Hi, I'm Chef Jules Henao, and this is where my true inspiration for cooking started. Like most of us, I learned to cook from my mum. Nothing beats simple recipes where fresh local produce is at the heart, especially when it's a home-cooked meal, prepared and shared with the ones you love. And in PNG, no meal is complete without rice. And my choice is always True Guy. True Guy, true inspiration through generations.
Enjoy more talk, more text, and more time online with Telecom More Bundles. Choose from 8 plans ranging from 3 kina with 600 megabytes of data all the way up to 75 kina, loaded with a massive 35 gig. Best of all, each plan comes with an unlimited on-network call minutes plus on-net and off-net talk and text. That's way more time to chat with family and friends. Telecom More Bundles. Top up now.
Dreaming for more than the life we've known. There is more to what the future holds. You be holy, man, no walk one time. Oh, 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 oh. We dare to believe in incredible things. Oh, 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 oh. With money plus we're ready to go.
Join us weekly on MTV News, A Closer Look, the current affairs program that brings you insight for the latest on education, health,
Appealing to all the residents.
business,
They launched its VPN,
politics,
to infiltrate into our systems.
sports, and more.
Park as we observe the preparations for the women's.
A closer look, Sunday at 7 p.m. on your number one to watch, MTV.
We measure the competency of a child. And we all know that children, each individual is different.
Join us Monday night at 7 as we feature discussions on the government's plan to phase out grade 8 and 10 examinations.
Are we really ready to implement the policy? Because if you want to just pursue the interest of achieving leaving no child behind, then definitely we're going to compromise the quality part of it.
That's on Monday night.
You're watching National MTV News. Now moving to overseas news. In Great Keppel Island off the central Queensland coast is being overrun by feral goats, and they are chewing through native vegetation.
White sandy beaches and crystal clear waters, Great Keppel Island is full of natural beauty. Most visitors wouldn't notice the environmental threat lurking beyond the beach.
When I first got here, there may have been about 500 to 600, but I'd have to guess there'd be probably about 800 to 1,000 now.
Feral goats are eating almost everything in sight, destroying flora on the island. Native grasses once covered these sand dunes.
There's only 1 or 2 pieces of spinifex grass that would normally be along that beach. So that's a pretty big impact.
67-year-old Carl Svensson has lived on the island his entire life.
In the more modern times, there's been no management plan for the goats. So that is obviously an issue.
The Queensland Government has been responsible for managing the long-running issue since 2023, after cancelling developer Tower Holdings' 6 leases on the old resort site for failing to pay its fees.
They need to be removed completely, 100%, not culled down or anything like that, otherwise we'll have the same problem in another 10 years.
Conservationists are calling for urgent action.
The goats are going to grow exponentially, so we don't have the time to wait. We need the government to hand over the money, hand over the authority, and let the Wapabara people come forward and manage that land.
The Department of Natural Resources and Mines says its priority since taking back the leases has been to address public safety issues. It's installed fencing around the old resort, CCTV, signage, and cleared overgrown vegetation. A goat management plan is expected to be finalised later this year.
The Australian Butchers has taken on the world's best in Paris. Elon Musk claims his Department of Government Efficiency, or DOGE, will eventually deliver $1 trillion in savings for American taxpayers.
Today it's about a man named Elon.
Brought in to slash public spending. His gleeful attacks on government staff he was firing and overseas aid he was cutting turned the world's richest man into a public hate figure for many.
Elon willingly, with all of the success, he willingly accepted the outrageous abuse and slander and lies and attacks because he does love our country.
He claimed he could cut 1/3 of the government budget. He's achieved a small fraction of that, with much of the waste and abuse he says he's found being misrepresented.
$8 million for making mice transgender. So they spend $8 million on making mice transgender.
In fact, that money was spent on studying the effect of hormone therapy on diseases like breast cancer and conditions like asthma.
So I look forward to continuing to be a friend and advisor to the President, continuing to support the DOGE team, and we are relentlessly pursuing $1 trillion in waste and fraud reductions.
Where is he? Come on up here, Elon.
At first, this looked like a beautiful bromance with date nights at cage fights and the launch of one of Elon's rockets. Mr. Musk's money helped. He spent over $250 million to help get Donald Trump elected. He clearly loved the limelight and relished causing controversy, promising or threatening to take a chainsaw to public spending.
This is the chainsaw for bureaucracy.
He soon discovered government's rather more complex than he realised.
We are actually tech support. It's ironic, but it's true.
Something we have here.
Thank you.
A very special that I give to very special people.
This ceremonial key to the White House doesn't really mean he can just let himself in. And Elon Musk will clearly miss the Oval Office and Donald Trump's redecorations.
The Oval Office finally has the majesty that it deserves, thanks to the president.
Wearing a Doge Father T-shirt, get it? It was Elon Musk's black eye that was unmissable. What had happened?
Yeah, no, I just wasn't around with the Lex, and I said, go ahead, punch me in the face, and he did. Turns out even a 5-year-old punching you in the face actually does.
That was X that did?
Yeah.
X could do it.
Alone again. For a while, Elon Musk seemed to be almost constantly by Mr. Trump's side. But now, he's flying solo once more.
It's World No Tobacco Day, and advocates are urging Australia's major supermarkets to stop selling them.
It's a story shared by a generation.
I started smoking when I was 13. I probably tried it for the first time when I was about 11.
When Sarah Waters was a teenager, smoking was all the rage. But once she started, she quickly realised she couldn't stop.
It wasn't until I was 16 that they brought in regulations, and by that stage I was well and truly addicted.
It took her 27 years to quit. Part of the reason they were so easy to get a hold of.
The opportunities to access cigarettes continues to be a major reason why people remain addicted.
Now there's calls for a further crackdown. The Lung Foundation wants to ban the sale of tobacco products at our major supermarkets.
And putting profit ahead of the community's health is something that the foundation is asking all good corporate citizens to reconsider.
You shouldn't necessarily be thinking of cigarettes as this normal product you get in the same place as your milk and your bread.
But there's concern tightening access could further feed the growing illegal tobacco trade. In Queensland this month, $20 million worth of illicit tobacco and vape products were seized in the biggest raids in the state's history. But experts say it'll only affect those who were already suffering from addiction, and it could help them quit.
This isn't talking about a ban. They're not becoming illegal. We're just trying to put a delay, a buffer between the urge to have a smoke and the actual purchase and usage of the smoke.
The federal government says it passed legislation in 2023 to reignite the fight against tobacco, upping public messaging around its use, but wouldn't comment if it would support banning cigarettes from major supermarkets. In a statement, Coles said it complies with all laws aimed at minimising the health effects of tobacco use, but recognises the need to provide choice to those customers who wish to purchase these products legally. Woolworths was contacted but did not respond.
National EMTV News continues after the break with Trukai Sports. Stay with us.
They're gold nuggets. There's a flavor for everyone. The best tasting snack. Get a burst of gold nuggets. Cheese flavor.
Mega wow.
Chicken flavor.
Mega wow.
Cheese onion flavor.
Mega wow.
Barbecue flavor. Mega wow.
When you're on the go, one more. One more.
Get that burst of gold nuggets flavor.
Mega wow.
As PNG's only ISO-accredited bulk haulage operator, IPI Transport guarantees the delivery of your critical cargo. Equipped with state-of-the-art GPS tracking systems and backed by an experienced team, you can rely on IPI Transport, part of the IPI group of companies.
Are you tired of standing in those long lines to get your jackpot tickets? Guess what? You never have to with Telecom USSD jackpot ticket purchase. Simply dial *321#, follow the prompts, and you are set for your jackpot draw. It's as easy as 3, 2, 1. Telecom PNG, connecting you anywhere, anytime.
Hi, I'm Chef Jules Henao, and this is where my true inspiration for cooking started. Like most of us, I learned to cook from my mum. Nothing beats simple recipes where fresh local produce is at the heart, especially when it's a home-cooked meal, prepared and shared with the ones you love. And in PNG, no meal is complete without rice. And my choice is always True Guy. True Guy, true inspiration through generations.
MTV proudly wishes Papua New Guinea a happy 50th anniversary.
Secure your advertising today with MTV. Vocal Fusion Season 12. Book now. Contact our sales team on 312-9200 or email mtvsales@mtv.com.pg.
I'm Martha, and each week on Kai Time, we'll introduce you to local food businesses showcasing their delicious dishes. Plus, you will discover how to make tasty and affordable meals using ingredients from your local markets. Tune in to Kai Time every Wednesday at 7 p.m. right here on your number one to watch, MTV.
True Kai Sports.
Welcome to True Kai Sports. A thrilling international friendly match unfolded at the PNG Football Stadium yesterday, with the PNG national women's team battling the Fiji Coolers to a dramatic 2-2 draw at full-time.
The PNG women's team faced Fiji Coolers in a hard-fought match. Fiji's Nariata Leba opened scoring, but PNG's Mari Kaipu responded just before half-time. Coach Eric Comment praised his squad's effort, saying PNG dominated possession and adapted well in their first home outing.
It's the first time the girls played here at home with everyone watching. I don't know if there's pressure and a lot of hands laid on the girls, but hopefully we can do much better on Monday.
PNG's Karen Kalapai added a second. But Fiji's Sema Nassau equalized just before full-time, which saw a draw for both teams. While acknowledging PNG's team's competitive match, Coolers coach further stressed on the changes leading to their draw with PNG.
Actually, we expect a lot of very physical from PNG, and then also I think we look a little bit because of their speed. So we have to change up a bit in terms of our player, in terms of playing position, so we can make sure that we are stable at the back. So I think this is one of the changes that we have made to make sure that we can hold them up.
The teams meet again Monday as both prepare for the Nations Cup. Joel Mipari, True Kai Sports.
In a collaborative effort to promote sports diplomacy, the United States Embassy in Papua New Guinea, together with PNG Rugby Football League and Santos, wrapped up a successful week-long Enjoy program yesterday.
The program featured two former professional U.S. Rugby Union athletes, Cheta Emba and Andrew Durutalo, who arrived in the country last Saturday. U.S. Ambassador to PNG Annie Mary Stock stated the program was a success in strengthening ties between U.S. and PNG.
The U.S. Department of State, the Bureau of Educational and Cultural Affairs. Through them, the U.S. Embassy was able to bring Andrew and Cheta and work with our local partners, the PNG Rugby Football League and Santos. You both have identified engagements that made this Envoy program a great success, from engagements with the local community to local rugby, league, and union teams, to coaches and community.
PNG RFL's Tony Asher also added that PNG is getting into NRL and there will come a time where PNG will play in Las Vegas in US, and such friendship is leaning towards the direction. He says the week-long programs that saw the two athletes visited schools, competitions and communities that have impacted the lives of young people.
An opportunity to see the value of sport for our young men, our young women in this country. So the benefit is probably untold today as we sit here in this press conference.
Moreover, Santos Senior Vice President Wayne Casso added that they are committed to help locals thrive in sporting arenas that is seen in their commitment to sports.
At times on short notice this week in Port Moresby and engaged with youth and especially the kids as young as 5 has been empowering and uplifting. This is sports diplomacy at its best, serving as a bridge between our people and our two countries.
He further added that having the two envoys in the country has impacted the lives of the people they have interacted with in an immeasurable way. Joel Mipari, Trukai Sports.
The battle for final spots in the POM CVC eats up this Sunday in round 11. With only weeks left in season 6, every match now carries massive stakes.
The Port Moresby Corporate Volleyball Competition's round 11 brings must-watch clashes across all divisions as teams fight for the final spot. In Men's Division 1, National Finance faces CPL 2 in a pressure-packed battle. With both sides separated by just 2 spots, this match could shift the entire ladder. In Women's Division 1, TISA meets Department of Education in a second versus third showdown. Expect fireworks as consistency meets intensity in the final preview. Women's Division 2 sees NWTL 2 take on Moniplus. Both teams are eyeing a top 4 finish and every set will count. In the Women's Division 3 ladder, Air Niugini go head-to-head with the Department of Mineral Policy and Geohazards Management in a top-of-the-table thriller. An unbeaten record is on the line as well. With the finals in sight, every serve, spike and point matters. Round 11 could define the season. Joel Mipari, Trukai Sports.
Trukai Sports continues after the break. Stay with us.
Trukai Sports.
Chicken's the best idea. Yum.
This different.
Chicken curry, my favorite.
Kebabs for you.
Yum.
Stir fry for you. And chicken curry for us.
Magic in every meal, 1 cube at a time.
You get big data and big value with Telecom Good Pillar mobile data plans. From only 3 kina, you get 1 gig for 24 hours. And for only 150 kina, you get 130 gigs over a whopping 30 days. And with loads of Good Pillar data plans to choose from, there's a small, medium or large plan to match your budget. Dial *777# to subscribe. Telecom, connecting you anywhere, anytime.
Good morning, PNG. Welcome to your favorite start of the day show where the skies are clear, the birds are singing, and everything feels just right.
Hey, sis.
Nate, how are you going?
I'm okay. And you alright?
Yeah, me alright. I'm so excited. Can you believe we're at Vocal Fusion season 12 already?
Yeah, that's right. So, when are you coming?
I'm here in Port Moresby.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Okay, then meet me down at Ella Beach at the amazing Port Moresby side.
Perfect. I'll see you there.
Hey, sis, love ya.
Love you. I'm so happy to be back. Are you ready?
Ready. But
Yeah.
I was told that we're going to meet with the new judges today.
So where are they?
Who are we? PNG. We are one united.
Hi, I'm Chef Jules Henao, and this is where my true inspiration for cooking started. Like most of us, I learned to cook from my mum. Nothing beats simple recipes where fresh local produce is at the heart, especially when it's a home-cooked meal, prepared and shared with the ones you love. And in PNG, no meal is complete without rice. And my choice is always Trukai. Trukai, true inspiration through generations.
You're watching Trukai Sports. Papua New Guinea's premier multidiscipline endurance event organized by the Royal Papua Yacht Club is set to return this year.
The 2025 International 3Peaks race is set to kick off in October. Giving an insight is the Royal Papua Yacht Club General Manager, Aaron Betts.
So we've got 3Peaks back this year. First started in 1995. I believe the first comp was actually Alamoda's sponsored in December. So the original concept came up in January. I think Reece Thompson and a couple of the old boys were at the bar having a chat one night and watching some race over in Scotland, and then viewed it in Tasmania, and collectively it was a yachting and running and swimming event. So they had a look at it and came up with this great concept called 3Peaks. So ideally, the race commences here at the Yacht Club.
The unique race combines sailing, swimming and trail running across the challenging terrains of Port Moresby.
Yeah, we get a good participation. What we did in the last year, so we brought this back, as I mentioned before, about 10 years ago. And we've sort of grown and grown and grown, and we've been very lucky to have International as one of our main sponsors, or our main sponsor. So we've sort of grown it, and we've included, thanks to steamships, we've included the Hobies as well. So they're a new addition. So participation has grown. We get 13 plus A-class yachts out in the harbour, which is really good.
Jonathan Sibona, Trukai Sports.
Southern Islands Governor William Powie has presented 500,000 kina dummy check to Petroleum Resources Mendi Muruks yesterday to prepare for today's game at National Football Stadium in Port Moresby.
After an impressive season this year with 7 straight wins, the governor expressed his admiration for the team and provided funding ahead of their top-of-the-table clash today at the National Football Stadium in Port Moresby. Mr. Powie said that for the past 12 years, he had not supported the team due to various reasons. However, stating this year he pledged to do his best to back up the provincial team. He appealed to the Mendi Muruks to give their best and aim to win the competition as they are representing the people of Southern Highlands Province. He added that while he has been supporting other sectors such as law and order and agriculture, it is now time to focus on sports, assuring that more positive developments are on the way. Mr. Powie also adds the people to work together to drive sports development alongside other key developments in the province. Lauren Jimal, Trukai Sports.
And that ends Trukai Sports. The Money Plus weather report is next. Stay with us.
Trukai Sports. Trukai Sports.
Hi, I'm Chef Jules Henao, and this is where my true inspiration for cooking started. Like most of us, I learned to cook from my mum. Nothing beats simple recipes where fresh local produce is at the heart, especially when it's a home-cooked meal, prepared and shared with the ones you love. And in PNG, no meal is complete without rice. And my choice is always Trukai. Trukai, true inspiration through generations.
As PNG's only ISO-accredited bulk haulage operator, IPI Transport guarantees the delivery of your critical cargo. Equipped with state-of-the-art GPS tracking systems and backed by an experienced team, you can rely on IPI Transport, part of the IPI group of companies.
Enjoy more talk, more text, and more time online with Telecom More Bundles. Choose from 8 plans ranging from 3 kina with 600 megabytes of data all the way up to 75 kina, loaded with a massive 35 gig. Best of all, each plan comes with an unlimited on-network call minutes plus on-net and off-net talk and text. That's way more time to chat with family and friends. Telecom, more bundles. Top up now.
Join me on House and Home for all your home and lifestyle improvements.
It's not rocket science. And many of these things too, I didn't go to school, I teach myself.
From Hatok Mom, health and fitness, interest stories, gardening tips, out and about, pet care, and many more. Join me every Tuesday, 7 p.m. on your number one to watch, EMTV.
More than the life we've known, there is more to what the future holds. You be holy man, no walk one time. Oh, 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 oh. We dare to believe in incredible things. Oh, 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 oh. With money plus we're ready to go.
This weather update is proudly brought to you by MoneyPlus, with you always.
The MoneyPlus weather report for the next 24 hours. For the southern region, Port Moresby City, partly cloudy with chances of few showers and possible thunderstorm. Popondetta, partly cloudy with few showers and possible thunderstorm.
The weather update was proudly brought to you by MoneyPlus, with you always.
And that wraps up the news, sports and weather for Saturday, the 31st of May 2025. From all of us here, pleasant viewing and good night.
This news program was proudly brought to you by Smart Start Breakfast Biscuits and Gold Nuggets.